Yeah, so I mean, it was.
You're an executive producer. I know that.
Yeah, producer on it. The writers, Ben. I always butcher his last name. Like I got called out on it. My agent was like, "You're fucking up this guy's name. It's Zazove. Ben
Zazov.
Zazov. Great guy, awesome writer. Ben and Evan Turner. They wrote the movie. Super funny. They brought me this idea like years ago at the tail end of Workaholics, and they're like, it's Meet the Parents meets Heat, and so it's if your parents are your future in-laws are international bank robbers, and they rob the bank that you work for, and so so there they are, and we cast Pierce Brosnan and
that's
Ellen
Pierce
Barkin.
Brosnan from 007?
007, baby.
Oh my God.
Yeah, man. Nina Dobrev plays my fiance. Michael Rooker's in it. Lil Rel.
Oh, Laurel's in there. Yeah,
My boy Blake Anderson has a small part in it.
Oh, that's
so
beautiful.
it's the cast is sick. So they pitched me this idea, and I'm like, just a fucking idiot, dude. And I was like, that is a brilliant idea for a movie. I want to do this movie. Wrote it down in my notebook. Lost that notebook immediately. Forgot all about it, and years later, I'm like looking through an old notebook, being like, "Oh, what brilliance did I write down in here?" You know,
good.
What gold? And you're like, "Ugh, gross, hated, bad idea, stupid."
Yeah, recipe.
Yeah. It just is apples. It's just saying to eat fruit. And then it was this idea, and I was like, "Oh, fuck, that's brilliant." I reached out to those guys. I was like, "Hey, I'm sure John Cena is attached or something, someone has already beat me to this."
Yeah, Flava Flav.
Flava Flav is probably, that movie star Flava Flav. And then they were like, no, nothing. So I developed it with them. We took it to Netflix, sold it, and then brought on Happy Madison, Adam Sandler's company.
Oh, that's great, man.
Yeah, it was cool. It's cool when it works out,
Yeah, well, it's so hard to get a movie created into the finish line, especially these days. It seems even harder.
Dude, especially comedies nowadays. You have to mask it. This is why it's a big action comedy, because you really have to go action, and then it's a comedy. But this it's just it's why I was so happy to work with Sandler's company, is we could just go full steam on the comedy, as opposed to you watch comedies nowadays and you're like,
no,
this isn't a fucking comedy. You're not. Where's the jokes? Where's the bits?
It's bad.
Yeah.
Comedy's gotten kind of bad, huh?
Yeah, it kind of sucks. Yeah.
Movie comedy.
Yeah. There's still good shows and stuff, but movie comedy, it's hard. But
Why?
which, luckily, my theory is I think Marvel ruined it. I feel like superhero movies kind of ruined comedies because people watch, you go to the theater and you expect to watch something that costs $200 million to make. And comedy movies aren't that. So you're like, well, why would I spend the same amount of money to go watch a little comedy in the theater if I could spend the same amount of money and go see something that is worth $200 million?
Right.
And then they still make those movies kind of funny. They're not comedies, but there's
there's Ant-Man.
You're like, oh my God, is that raccoon talking?
Yeah.
This is hilarious. Which it is. But so it's not like a real comedy. And then now there used to be something like every studio would put out several comedies every year, and there was 45 or 46 comedies in the theaters every year. So about every week or every other week or so, there's a new comedy in the theaters. And then now, last year, there was 6 or 7.
That's crazy. People need, and the crazy thing is it feels like people need comedy more than ever.
Yeah, I feel like they want it. I feel, it was I feel like nowadays, people you